Teste, 1, 2, 3, testando. E aí, galera? Beleza? Panda na área, trazendo pra vocês aqui mais um gameplay top. Ups. Faltou um errinho aqui, mas tudo bem. Trazendo pra vocês hoje aí, galera, mais um vídeo aí, mais um gameplay top aí, direto do forno pra vocês. E hoje, galera, a gente vai dar sequência aqui no game Alan Wake. Beleza? A gente vai dar sequência aí, a gente chegou no capítulo aí, no episódio 4, né? Chamado aí A Verdade. Vamos ver o que vai acontecer, vamos ver o que vai desenrolar, né? Espero que hoje o jogo esteja melhor, porque no capítulo 3 estava uma porcaria, a definição aí estava bem ruim, tá? E vamos ver. A voz tá meio ruim, meio rouco, meio gripado, mas é isso aí. Vamos que vamos. Para mais um game, mais um vídeo. Carregando aí, né? O famoso loading. Lembrando que a gente está jogando no Xbox One X, disponibilizado aí pelo meu brother, The Trooper. Emprestou aí para nós aí.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Bom, lembrando aí que no último episódio a gente caiu no rio. E aí de repente ele tava vendo a esposa dele, né? Só que aí de repente ele acordou aquele doutor lá, se não me engano ele deu um soco nele, né? Ah, esse maluco
Good
aí.
evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
É um vídeo. Nunca sigo as ordens dos caras. Aqui é um mapa, hein? Ai. A garganta ruim, foda. O que é isso aqui?
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Ó, parece que hoje a definição tá melhorzinha, mano. Vamos ver a cara dele. A cara dele tá zoada ainda, mas parece que tá melhor.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
Nossa, a esposa dele morreu, mano.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light
Sorry.
and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop
Plantinha do
you.
Resident Evil.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Pode ser que seja verdade ou não, né? A esposa dele morreu.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Subir aqui, vou ver se tem alguma coisa. Fechado. Aqui tá fechado também. Vixe, aquele relógio, ó. Mano, e parece que realmente aquela ilha lá foi algo da cabeça dele, mano.
Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Realmente, você fala, hein, doutor? Caramba.
Come along. Let's go inside.
O maluco é grande, hein?
Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Vamos olhar o resto da galera.
Scary, scary, scary.
Que isso, mano?
Emerson,
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Confuso de nada, irmão.
you'd
Fica de
like
boa
me
aí.
to go away so you won't be scared.
E você,
But
tia?
you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, okay. Sorry. Ew.
Isso aqui, o que é?
Oh, yeah. Get 'em.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
E aí, moço? Fala alguma coisa? Não, né? E ele só
Hartman had
depois...
mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Eita, tem um QR Code aqui. Será que escaneia com o celular, mano, esse QR Code? Quero ver. Curioso. Vamos escanear pra ver. Vai, celular, me ajuda aí. Cara, escaneia e é um link pro YouTube. Vision 03 Remedy. Liga. Eu escaneei e ele levou pra esse vídeo. É um vídeo do Alan escrevendo. As ideias, mano. Ele tá escrevendo na máquina de escrever que a esposa dele deu pra ele na cabana, tá ligado? Aí o nome é Visão 03. Será que tinha mais desse QR Code em alguma outra parte? Eu não vi. Deve ser algum easter eggzinho, né? Pode ser. Vamos ver se tem mais alguma coisa aqui em cima. Se eu achar mais algum, eu vou ver se eu escaneio a TV. Com certeza depois vai ligar. E aqui eu tenho certeza que depois vai dar alguma merda. Beleza. Aqui em cima até então não tem mais nada. Ele foi por aqui, mas eu quero ir pra cá primeiro. Quem é você, amigão?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Doutor tem problema, mano. Precisa ser estudado.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is over. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Ah, desculpa aí, galera, pela tosse. indicativo.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Esse aqui era aqueles
I
dois lá que
hope
estavam
it
no bar,
wipes
né?
this place off the face of the earth.
And
mostra caminho.
these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Interessante.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
I'm a bad dream.
Acting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
The doors were locked.
I may need a
Hartman
hand
and
here
the
later
nurses
on,
would have
Bert. The
keys,
storm's bound
but
to
there
be
was
too
no
low
way
for
to get my
jumping
hands
in
on them.
like that.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
Something's wrong.
I'll do that, Bert.
I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake.
Doidão.
I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Ixi,
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Here's
a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench!
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Calma aí, galera. Milton.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they? Ha ha! Nah! Ah, ha, ha.
It's my storm! I'm taking it! We're on a comeback tour, baby!
Sinclair looked
Deixa os dois
bad.
sentar a porrada na
That wasn't
mulher.
love
Stage is
The
all
crazy old
yours,
fart hit her
Tom.
hard.
Seize
If she
your
was one of Hartman's
destiny.
goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages.
Come out and
That's where
face
he'd be
the
keeping
music,
them.
Birch. It's time to pay the piper!
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
We were on the road, man! You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal name!
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge.
É o cara que
I knew
morreu
the
lá.
man next to Hartman.
Que a sombra
He
pegou
was the
ele.
kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Queria o manuscrito dele no começo.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous.
Barry?
Okay.
Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no. The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
And I demanded to be treated as such, or else
Nossa,
I'd
mapa
sue their
do
asses.
lugar.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his
Now,
patients.
Mrs. Wake,
I saw
can you
Alice's
tell me
name
about
on one of
Alan's
them.
problems?
For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but
Nossa,
Doctor,
então por isso que ele foi pra ilha, mano.
he's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she
puta,
was
velho.
saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Nossa, mano.
I'm buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too.
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How would your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Nossa. Resumindo, ele tá nesse lugar por culpa da esposa. Porém, ele já vinha tendo esses problemas, né? Pessoais já há um tempo. Então ela tentou ajudar, mas acabou deu ruim.
Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman that Son of a bitch, who tells me you're here and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Bugou. Bugou. Ele não volta. Ó. Ai, ai. O jogo tá com uns bugzinhos que eu vou te falar, viu?
But it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Ah, tem que voltar tudo, mano.
I don't
Here's a friendly poke from me, old near wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they? Nah.
Será que sabe com ela? Será que abre essa porta aqui de cima?
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Quero ver se abre lá em cima.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Bert.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen bucks like you before? Mortal name.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
He's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not
Tá embaçado aqui.
at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her.
I was about to
It had been a
discard him
cut
as
up of
useless.
this.
However,
Just a
once
recording.
Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Not buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too.
Agent Nightingale, This is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How are your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Pois é, só tem maluco, mano. Então, em resumo, novamente, a esposa dele. A esposa dele deu a mancada. Quer dizer, ele já tava surtadão, né? Então ela pegou, deu um jeito de botar ele na clínica. Na clínica não, deu um jeito de botar ele aí na ilha. Aí ele tá aí.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
I am famous. I represent
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean...
Esse lá desse cara não importa.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Confia nele não, Wake.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get
Gira.
out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
Tira,
With
caralho.
your ability and mine.
Nossa, que cara de louco, mano.
Hartman
Você viu
followed
cara
the
de
fall of Alan
psico?
Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Deixa eu ver um negocinho aqui. Não. Tá dando uma travadinha no som aqui. Beleza. Tá bom.
The dark presence was on me at the moment. I had to find a way out.
Não, pô, é o outro botão. Cadê a lanterna? Ih, não tem lanterna? Não, tá sem. aqui não mata os bichos? Não. Então vaza. Vaza o wake, vaza o wake, vaza o wake. Pronto. Ai, caramba.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Precisar. Puta, eu não consegui ler, mano. Nossa. Caramba, pra onde que ele tem que ir, mano? Ah, o gerador. Ai, caralho. Liga esse troço de novo aí, irmão. Oh. A gente tem que fazer isso até as coisas de fato tudo, né? É, porque senão eu vou ser detonado lá embaixo. Ixi, o negócio ali vai vir voando, certeza. Vamos ver agora se eu consigo vazar daqui. Nossa, pior lugar.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Bom, resumindo, ele tá, o que ele cresce, acontece, né? Tentei dar o drible, mas não deu certo. Errei. Ele tem que dar o drible do Ronaldinho. esperar o Fox vai vir. Sai, filho, sai. Porra, mano. Tô travado ali na porta. Pior que não tem lanterna e o tiro não faz efeito nenhum. Vai, fia, anda. É por baixo que eu tenho que vir. Bola idiota. Oh. Foi muito pra lá, agora não passa. Corre, caralho. Mas primeiro eu vou vasculhar, não vou sair assim. Com pressa? Tá com pressa por que, velho? Nossa, olha a diferença da qualidade do mato desse pro do último episódio, do episódio 3, cara. Até agora eu não entendi o porquê que estava daquele jeito. Suspense. Coisa aqui. Aí fica a pergunta, como que ele vai abrir esse portão? Ou melhor, como que esse cara passou?
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God!
Okay.
Look at the house, Al. Look out!
Tá, e aí? Como que eu passo? Ah, atravessa o jardim. Ah, pera aí, agora eu quero voltar lá, quero enfrentar aquela bola lá. Destruí-la. Aí, tô com a lanterna agora, irmão, pode vir. Cadê? Escuridão aqui, ó. Aqui, ó, luz em vocês, ó, seus otários. Não dá pra entrar, tô fora. Melhor evitar a treta, né?
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Esse não tem nada. Nossa, cara, como é diferente você conseguir jogar com o jogo rodando supostamente bem do que rodar com o jogo bugado que nem tava no capítulo 3. E eu não mexi em nada, tá? A única... Não, pra não falar que não mexi em nada, a única coisa que eu fiz foi desinstalar e instalar o jogo de novo. Só. Irmão, cala a boca. Bom, eu quero ir pro outro lado também. Não sei o que tem. Nada. Ai, caramba. Susto, irmão. Nossa, eu assustei de verdade. Do nada, não tinha bicho nenhum. Me vê essa porra desse barulho. Don't trust e não sei o que.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Doideira mesmo. Dessa vez pelo menos avisou, mano. Mas por que eu tô voltando, hein? Não entendi. Ah, mas não tem outro caminho aqui, caramba. Ah não, na verdade é outro caminho ali. Eu que tô achando que tô voltando, mas não tô voltando não. Só descer nessa merda desse labirinto se tiver alguma página escondida, mano. Ó, quer sair daqui, ó. Mas não, vou olhar o resto do labirinto. Ah, falei, mano. Ia perder uma página.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Ainda bem que eu voltei, né? Nossa, se esse episódio aqui tivesse bugado igual o outro, ia ser horrível. Olha a quantidade de mapa que tem.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening.
Cara, segurança. Caralho.
You sleep like a baby.
Caramba. Porra, dá olé, mano. Porra chato. Corre, pega o bagulho ali que com certeza vai ter sinalizador. Ei, só tinha um só. Tem alguma coisa pra nós pegar? Ai, cara. Pode vir, grandão. Pode vir que eu já acostumei com você. Toma. Só headshot, meu irmão. Vou até por aqui pra ver se tem alguma coisa pra pegar. Provavelmente não, mas... curioso. Olha.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Fazer a mesma estratégia do outro, só vou usar a escopeta se aparecer cara grande, se necessário. Só os pequenos dá pra se virar. Nossa, que lugar grande. Zigue-zague. Filha da puta, vai ficar outro, mano. Nossa, cara. 3, então toma. Ferrar, mó susto. Ó, 2 por R$1, mano. Que raiva, eu odeio tomar esse susto assim, mano. Tô olhando, curiando pra ver se tem alguma coisa. E vem 3 de uma vez. Silenciador não, finalizador. Cantinha do Resident Evil. Página aqui é passar batido
For the moment,
também.
Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Resumindo, o amigo dele vai ser atacado daqui a pouco. Ou já foi, né? É aquilo, essas histórias, o bagulho dos pergaminhos do livro acontece, né? Quando lê. Então. Não, mas eu acho que é por aqui. Ai, caramba, eu odeio, mano. Não é mais. Você vem? Toma. Olê! Tá queima-roupa. Puto. Popeta pra essas horas. Tem 3. Use-a. Ah. Não, Alan, não é pra você subir, é pra abrir. Bom. Tá bom, achei que ele não ia passar pelo meio dos negócios. Amigão dele lá. Vai ver, tá morto já. Boa, garoto. Carrega essa arma aí. Mas, como um bom jogador, vamos pro outro lado, né? Como sempre. E direto nunca vai ser.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Com certeza vai vir, né?
Al! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Que legal, irmão. Não sei pra onde eu olho, cara. Ah. Quantos? Nossa, irmão. Acha essa chave aí.
I'm on it! I'm on it! I'll be here! Just hang on, Al!
Ah, eu vou exterminar esses caras aqui. Você vai ver, se não. Filho da puta. Deu o próximo. Pode vir, grandão. Vem que agora eu quero exterminar vocês. Ai, caramba, que paulada. Você não quer, irmão? Pode vir mais. Tem mais aí? Boa. Tá boa. Já mostrando pelo menos um trama, cara. Ainda pegou o cartaz. Cartaz top, sei lá o que é.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Nossa, é casa. Clínica, quer dizer. Quero ver como que ele vai sair dessa ilha, mano.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm area. We just need to find it. Look out!
Nossa.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Nossa, esse cara só se lasca, mano.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was
Perdeu as
nowhere
armas
to be
tudo de
seen.
novo? Porra.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Engana aí, tiozão. Olha ele lá embaixo, ó.
Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
É, bonzão. Nossa.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Ah, ainda tinha passado ali, né?
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Será que ele morre no meio do caminho? Vamos ver daqui. Ah, e ele tá levando o totem dele, do Alan. Mano, que cara doido, velho. É um pior que o outro. Vamos ver, ele vai atravessar e eu consigo ver daqui. Será que ele morre ali no meio do caminho? Vamos ver se vai acontecer alguma coisa com ele. Por enquanto, tranquilo. Já consigo ver. Parou. Beleza, vambora. Ih, sumiu. Ué? Será que ele tá correndo para outro canto? Simplesmente sumiu ali. Bom, vambora, vai. Tá de sacanagem comigo que eu vou lutar contra alguma coisa sem ter lanterna, sem ter nada, né? É isso aí. Ah, os geradorzinhos. Mas tem coisa ali, mano. Tem, vamos lá. Ai, tá tijolada na cara. Vai, Alan. Pesote. Mano, tem que ter alguma arma aqui, mano. tá indicando pra ir pra lá, eu vou pro outro. É. Passa aqui. Mano, é sério que ele não passa aqui, cara. É só ele abaixar. Morreu de besta. Morreu de besta. Bom. Eu não vou ir reto, eu vou subir direto ali pra esquerda. Já peguei a garrafa de café mesmo, então. Ah, a garrafa de café tá lá de novo, vou lá pegar. E agora vamos voltar. Agora vamos deixar uma página. A esquiva dele é uma merda. Toma.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Nossa, olha o tamanho do bagulho, mano. Corre, Alan, seu morto.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Melhor pular que com certeza ele ia
Agent
cair ali.
Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Mas antes de eu ir ali, eu vou olhar aqui em cima, lógico. Tô curioso. E não tem nada. sair aí. Ah, tá.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous,
O
but
bom
I
é que
had no
nesse jogo
choice.
tem lanterna em tudo quanto é canto, né? Praticamente. Mas esse aqui tá sem pilha, mano. Tem muita coisa nessa aqui não, hein? Vai começar a aparecer os caras, eu vou ter que sair correndo. Falei. Vacilo. Calma aí que já volto.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Puta. Vai, mano. Nossa, que sorte. Vieram pra que lado? Corre que os caras vão vir atrás de você de novo, né? Aí. Corre, bundão. Mano, lerdo, velho. Alguma coisa lá atrás já foi. Se achar uma arma eu volto. Ih, não. Ih, caralho.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Pode ser que sim, pode ser que não. Seguro para trocar por lanterna resistente. Seguro para trocar para a lanterna. Peguei uma mais forte. Agora a gente precisa de um resolve, né? A lanterna ajuda, mas não mata os bichos. Não perde essa lanterna de novo, hein, ela? Pelo amor de Deus, para de ser burro.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
É estranho isso aí, hein? Mano, aí já pensou se esse amigo dele... Eita, prelo, que susto, mano. Esse amigo dele tá envolvido nesse bagulho? Pode ser que esteja, né? Vai saber. Não sei o que.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a boat. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. Suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
É o periquito. Bom, se tem sinalizador vai vir bicho. Opa, armadilhas, hein? Na teoria tem que ir pra lá. Como eu sou curioso, vamos subir. Aí fica de olho no chão. Pô, bem que podia aparecer uma daquelas caixas, caverna com aquelas armas, mano. Sempre aparece. Na hora que você mais precisa, o bagulho aparece. Quer dizer, menos, né? Aqui tem essa casa aqui, deve ter alguma coisa. Além de monstros, certeza vai ter. E armadilha pra caramba. O garoto tá bonito, ó.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Mas tem mais coisa nessa casa. E mais uma página.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Os dois tiozinhos lá, Thor e Odin. Só você, irmão. Você se lascou. Armadilha aqui. Faz um barulhão quando cai, mano. Parece que ele vai morrer, velho. E aí vai, eu fiquei preso, quer ver? Ah, bom. Bom, vamos seguindo aí com cuidado, que tem bastante armadilha no chão ainda. Aqui dá pra subir. Ai, caramba. Toma. Acho que cada cara desse que você mata devia liberar tipo um... Ai, calma. Ai, caramba. Caramba, eu errei esse tiro, mano. Bom, vamos logo então, né? E agora a gente tá com pouquíssima munição. E ferrou, tô sem munição. Oi, carai, quase que eu caio na armadilha. Que frio na espinha. Passou agora. Que agonia, mano.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Puta, pior que eu tô sem munição, mano. Vou entrar aqui sem munição.
Hello? Anybody here?
Agora eu tenho munição.
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Se matem, se lasquem. Pagando pra vocês.
The front door was locked.
Tá fechado. Odeio esses barulhos de porta abrindo, mano. Ver se aqui não ficou mais nada. Nada. Quero subir. Não dá pra ver nada, é mó escuro, cara.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him.
Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Morreu. Morreu ou tá vivo? Morreu de vez. Tá. Ele tem alguma coisa com ele pra pegar? Não, né? Agora do nada a outra porta abre.
Every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die.
Cara, tá
I'll write
doido,
my
mano.
own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Escreve aí que a gente vai ter munição infinita. Que a gente não toma dano, que a gente voa. Parada aí, mano. Essa porra desse telefone tocar, mano. Não tocou, menos mal.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Adivinhar, Danny, certo?
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Opa! Boa, garotinho. Granada atordoante. Puta, só faltou munição pra escopeta. Faz essa aqui, não tem munição de escopeta, irmão? Deveria ter, parceiro. Que inspiração é essa, bicho? É o cagadouro. Vá à fazenda. E aí, nós vamos à fazenda de carro ou vamos a pé? A página aqui, ó.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
mais alguma coisa pra cá, nessa casa? Não tem mais nada. Não. Então... descer de carro, mano. Não vou descer a pé, não.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Na manha, vai olhando tudo. É um galho. Quantas páginas faltam? Nossa, a gente pegou um monte, foi rápido esse, tá sendo. 2. Aqui no modo pesadelo, 3, 4. Nossa, falta 4. Esse tá sendo rapidinho. Tô indo na manha que eu quero ver se eu encontro alguma coisa no meio do caminho. Tinha um bagulho ali pra subir. Deu aí então. Opa, cabaninha. Calma. Ah, não fica ligado, mano. Se ficasse ligado, ó. A gente vai tomar um sustinho. O cara pequeno, beleza. Agora se for aqueles cara grandão aí. Pegou munição da coisa? Não, mano. Munição de escopeta, gente. Ajuda aí, disponibiliza aí o bagulho. Coisa aqui. Não. Vai aparecer bicho. Beleza, não apareceu. Bom é que é aquilo, né? Tipo, tem vários carros, né? Se um acaba a bateria ou zoar, tem outro rapidinho. Aqui eu já tinha passado, já. Guardei.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Main on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Eu também, irmão. Torcendo. Todo mundo fica bem. Tem uma outra torre ali. Pra lá, né? Aqui. Claro que ia ter. Pode vir, irmão. Pode vir que aqui eu tô safe. Se ele começar a subir as escadas, eu tô safe. Agora. Bom, essa arma é boa. Podia ter corrido pro carro também, né? Mas tudo bem. Então, vamos trocar de carro. Vou pegar outro que vai que tem algum esquema assim, tipo... com achievement. Tipo, use todos os carros, sei lá. Aqui pra... subir, né? Mas eu vou dar a volta aqui que eu quero friar. Aí não é nada, ali é a... o lugar que a gente foi já. Bom, é que não tem... Eu ia falar o bom é que não tem aquele esquema de gasolina, né? Problema com gasolina. Sobe. É lógico que eu vou dar uma... geral aqui, né? Pra eliminar geral. Fogo que esse espectro é forte, mesmo que... ele ainda tá com a sombra, ele é forte. O carro dá cavalinho de pau fácil. Cadê? Olha lá, ó. O maluco já atropelei ele 2 vezes já. Tá, então... o que a gente tem aqui? Acho que tem que ir por cima ali, né? Mas vamos olhar aqui um pouco mais calmo. Ali. Tá de zoeira que o carro não passa ali. Como assim, mano? Porra, isso aí, velho. Legal, vou ter que ir a pé. Doce. O negócio tá pra fora, é só se bater que ele entra. Claro que isso aqui é criar vida, né? Olé, ai, 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 ai. O bicho vem do nada. Vamos lá, Wake, vamos lá. Eu vou ter que descer aqui. Sacanagem. Vai, abre aí. Não abre. Gosta. Acho que esse jogo, na questão assim de ter acesso a determinadas partes, é meio zoado. Vamos ver o que vai ganhar vida aqui. Dá agonia quando ele nesses lugares começa a respirar, parece que tá morrendo, mano. Tudo pegou, o garotinho. Boa. Vem, cuzão. Vem, vem. Tô chato, hein, mano. Ai, não devia, mas eu vou lá atrás, vai. Curiar, ver se tem alguma coisa a mais. Não devia. Mas eu vou curiar. Curioso. Ah, o que tem aqui? Um cemitério. Ah, que legal. Nossa, não vi nada. Tomou uma caveirolada na orelha. Nossa, mano, jurava que tinha matado. Ah, e aí? Ah, e aí? Só vem aqui pra tomar porrada. Tem nenhuma legenda, nenhuma descrição do que é e tal. Tá lá, hein, irmão. É de besta. Nenhuma página, nada. Nada de nada. Ai. Cada uma, viu? Ai, quem mandou ser curioso? Curioso? Tomou na cabeça. Ah, eu vim dali, né? Tem que ir pra cá. What the fuck? Será que você vai atirar nesses fogos, eles...
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Al! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Que doideira!
God damn!
Oxi!
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot!
Nossa, olha o tanto.
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out!
Nossa!
Hey, Al! Did you notice there's enough stuff around?
Ai, caramba! Vai, tira o bagulho! Nossa, eu tomei dano de besteira, mano. Mano, que show maluco. Ai, caramba. Essa é da boa. Ai, caramba, sai. É Ozzy que tá tocando? É Ozzy que tá tocando. Toma aí, grandão. Pra você. 2 por R$1.
Please don't let me die. Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo! Ow! This is the most awesome moment of our entire life. They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really? Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Ai, caramba. Ai, ai. Uf, ela dá. Acabou? Nossa!
That was awesome!
Bagulho.
Right Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Pô, até que enfiar uma lanterna marítima. Ó, essa tá braba. Vai carregar isso aqui. Carregar a pistola. Carregar isso aqui. Tá tudo de boa. Vou continuar aqui.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Tá cheio. Opa. Falta só 2 pergaminhos agora.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Aí, amigão. Vamos olhar, né, em volta, porque será que tem mais alguma coisa? Não tem. A arquibancada ali eu acho que só tinha um café. Essa casinha aqui, não olhei. Nem vou conseguir olhar agora, eu acho. Ah, não. Doideira, mano. Do nada parece um palco de um show de rock maluco. Ali em cima, com certeza, algum gerador.
See, Bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Nossa, onde você tá indo, Wake? Viu a curiosidade já matou o gato? Não, amigão. Deixa eu se ligar nisso. Lá para a casa dos Anderson. Mas acha algo, né? Aqui tá precisando tudo. Será que indo por aqui eu já consigo ativar aquele bagulho?
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about it. And if I don't get my way, I'm so all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and serious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Aí. Ah, sobrou a passagem. Espero que não caia na minha cabeça.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
Sleep.
all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between
Tô
fantasy.
achando que toda essa treta dele, esse livro e tal, é baseado nessa história aí que sempre passa nessa TV. Pode ser, né? Sonho dos sonhos. Eu não parei pra escutar nenhum até agora desse. Talvez devesse, talvez.
Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream. But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
You're a really confused dream.
Não tá, né?
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
I don't know what that means. It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls.
Ilha. Ah, tá cheio. A banda. Que legal, não dá pra descer por aqui. TV desligou. Ah, agora eu tô equipado, filho. A perna é parrudona. Toma, fiote. É braba. Cadê?
I think we can make it through here, Al.
Opa, essa manga, otário. É dois não? Ai, tomei choque. Opa, matou? Aí a vida fica fácil. Tá aberto. É alguma coisa. Criar, né? tá muito... Cadê? Deixa eu morrer. São muitos caras. Toma. Ele salvou nós. Você corre, escapa, me ajuda. O maluco devia estar com uma arma aí também, mano. Só eu me lascando.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them.
Nossa, que
Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff. Be careful, Al!
Abra a porta do silo para Barry. Onde está essa porcaria de porta? Tá dando de novo.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Com certeza vai vir mais. Certeza, daqui a pouco cai mais um na cabeça. Seu rádio. Barulho do rádio.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff. Which concerns an ongoing investigation.
Deixa o rádio falando aí,
Can't
vambora.
talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
How would you compare your work to last? They have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but you tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's the usual stuff.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Nossa, motosserra aqui do lado, hein? Temos. Ilha, estamos certeza que esse bagulho vai abrir, vai vir atrás da gente, né? Por que não, né? O bagulho já virou assim, frenético. Ai, que burro, mano. Tentei destruir esse bicho logo de cara, mas não deu muito certo, não. Então, já sabe, né? Só recarregar isso aqui. Enfim. Torno em vela. Caramba. Nós vamos cair. Porta pro externo. Ah, mano. Sim. Porta pro cá. Não, tira.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy? Hey, let's go, man.
Oh,
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Ah, tinha mais pistas, cara, na primeira vez.
Come on, one more gate. Do this thing.
tem na árvore, hein? Batata terra. Que casa explorada, velho. Olhar tudo. Ah, agora você resolveu andar comigo. Tá lá, viu? Uma cabaninha ali. Beleza. Ali em volta, então bora entrar logo.
The lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
Cara, com certeza tá no porão. É, né?
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Viu? Tá aqui embaixo. Na frente, ó. Sai daí, véi.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch. Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Pesado.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Como ele vai ter que encontrar.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Tá no inferno? Tá cabra.
I'm sorry about that. No, seriously, because I know
know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Que doideira. Só falta alguma coisa pegar o amigo dele e ele tem que matar um amigo agora. Nossa, achei que ia acabar esse capítulo. Esse capítulo tá longo, grande pra caramba também.
Damn it.
Ele voltou pra ilha. É, a gente voltou pra ilha. Nossa, a gente vai refazer os passos dele então.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Ele pulou na água, então.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin.
Tá velho, doido.
Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Vai, mano, corre.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Ah, velho, fela da puta.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Nossa, mano.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it.
Resumindo tudo, esse rolê
I'll
que
bring her back.
aconteceu é um bagulho que ele escreveu.
No, I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Nossa, um outro escritor veio pra salvar ele, então.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast.
Nossa, e aí foi quando ele
It had to have
foi
caused
dirigir e
Zane
sofreu
terribly,
acidente.
thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Nossa,
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Easily on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Episódio 5, o clique. O próximo episódio.
Well,
Vou
we're
deixar só
expecting
começar.
a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally,
E a
we
gente
hope to
finaliza
break
por
the
hoje.
record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
Estão presos.
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
Da hora.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh.
Bom, então é isso, galera. Esse foi o nosso vídeo de hoje. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Hoje ainda tá meio ruim aí. Acho que amanhã vai estar melhor. E a gente vai dar sequência aí no Alan. Então é isso. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Lembrando, se você não é inscrito no nosso canal, inscreve aí, curte, comenta, compartilha, segue a gente nas redes sociais. Se você está acompanhando a gente pela Twitch, deixa aí o seu sub Prime, marotão. Se você está acompanhando a gente pelo YouTube, não esquece de se inscrever lá e deixar o like maroto e também ativar o sininho, beleza? Então é isso, valeu, falou e até a próxima. Fui.